Ladies and gentlemen, hi. Hello. How is everybody? Happy Monday. Guten Abend. Let me see what else I got. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? That's all I got for you guys. Bonjour. There we go. Saying bonjour. Let me find my peeps. See who's all here. Hey, Buffy. So we have a fun day. Those of you who read the newsletter, we are going to be talking about the peptides. Hey, Duquesne. We're going to be discussing all things peptides. We're going to talk a little bit about the announcement that we spoke on Friday. And I had a couple housekeeping things to discuss first. Let me get some things situated. So I can't.
We don't have our question answerer Dylan here, do we?
No, I don't know where he's
He's
just
still at the doctor. He's there for his wrist, but
right.
Sam, you got to step up.
So I'm gonna put this in here so that everyone has that. I also, crap, I wanted to, Sam, Sam is here, right?
Yeah, he is.
I see him there. Sam, can you do me a favor? Can you have somebody bring me a peptide cleanser? I wanted to, do you have one? Oh, yeah, can you bring me one, Sam?
Yeah, I'll go find one.
Thank you, sir. I heard somebody unmute and I couldn't realize who it was. So I wanted to a couple housekeeping things before we get into peptide talk. And I wanted to talk, please switch me to the Spanish. Hold on, I got an interpretation issue. What did I do? I made a mistake. Oh my God. Marco says Korean. He's definitely not speaking Korean. My fault. There you go, Marcus. Sorry. That's kind of funny. Maybe somebody wanted to speak Korean today. You never know. It's a Monday, guys. It's been a hectic morning. No Korean yet. Someday, yeah. Keep trying. I hope everyone had a blessed weekend. I know a couple of you reached out to me. I know that I reached out to Duquesne just to make sure. Thank you, sir. Peptides. I hope we are fine. We are safe here in Nashville. It was just really rainy and windy. For those of you who are in other parts of the world, there was a pretty intense hurricane that blew through and turned into a Cat 4, which for those of you who don't know hurricanes, that's a pretty decent size hurricane. And absolutely demolished the Carolinas and Eastern Tennessee. So if you find time later on and you want to go on social media or TikTok, look up Asheville, North Carolina, and you can see it's pretty much gone, the city. And it was a mountain city. It was actually a gorgeous, beautiful city. But the road there through the mountains is just completely washed out. So thank you for those who reached out. We are fine. We're safe. Just a lot of like literally it's been raining since Thursday and it's still kind of gloomy and like drizzly out today. So we want to get away from the Seattle mindset and literally see the sun at some point, hopefully today. How are you up there in weather? Is it still gloomy up by you, Duquesne?
Yeah, we saw the sun for about 30 minutes yesterday, and
Yeah.
then now it is raining again this morning. So we're almost there.
Good. So no damage here. So thank you very much. Couple housekeeping things. So we want to make sure that we emphasize to the community as everyone starts coming to the call to make sure that you are reading up and or up to date on the policies and procedures as well as the ambassador agreement. Um, We've had some things obviously happen in the last couple of weeks that are currently being investigated. I don't need to get into it, but I need to make sure that we state here Things such as starting other positions on other lines, cross-promoting, disparagement of any ambassadors, and also the company and anyone involved in HQ. These are all things that are in the ambassador agreement that are, stipulations to be accounted for. And so please know that we're also not going to promote or state if we are speaking with an ambassador about any infringements upon the policies and procedures, but we are going to make sure that we adhere to those because they're set in place to ensure that the company, the business operates correctly with compliance, and that we are following these rules. And that's why these rules have been put in place by not only our German attorney, but also our US attorney. Duquesne, did you want to add anything there?
No, I mean, you summarized it. I do want to just reemphasize the point of we're not going to air out what's going on because that's not what we do. So if you have concerns about something, you can reach out to us privately and we'll just let you know if we're looking into it or whatever it is. But you all know Christina, Dr. Rom, that she is not somebody who wants to make a big deal out of something, or if somebody makes a mistake, she's not going to air that out to the world because that's just not how we do things here. And so we want you all to feel confident that we are looking into everything and we take steps to fix it or find out what's happening. But Christina would never want somebody to be, bashed or talked bad about into the whole community.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either. Yeah. And so
No,
none
none
of
of
us
us
that
would.
way, but just want you all to know that we are looking out for you. And Patrick and I spend a lot of our weekends and after work, and Sam and Dylan do as well, looking into stuff. We're just not going to always say that to the world because we're just taking care of it so you all don't have to worry about it because that's our
We're like
job. That's what we're
ducks.
here for.
We're like ducks. We look really calm on the surface, but below the surface, our feet are going like crazy.
That was that was a Dylan comment right there. I had no idea where you were going with that.
Really?
That was a strange analogy, but I get it. It makes sense.
It's a common analogy, Duquesne. Gosh. See, look at Sam New. Maybe it's a military thing.
Maybe it's an old people thing.
Yeah, I was leaning more towards the old people side of it.
That's not Sam. I'm gonna mute you so you can't unmute anymore.
Um, also, if you don't have no idea what we're talking about, don't worry about it. So,
Yeah.
yes, Jennifer, if there's ever an issue, we just talk directly with the ambassador about it. 99% of all ambassadors and customers have nothing to worry about, and you all are wonderful, and it's not an issue. So, this is just a small percentage, and usually there's an explanation or a reason, and we get it taken care of. So, all right, on to you, Patrick.
So today is all about peptides, and I actually I wanted to talk about this because I got my peptides last week. We are shooting some fun little videos about how to use and like some tips and tricks. I also shared in the chat the current contest that we're going to be talking about and really how to discuss marketing these. One of the first things that I wanted to do, and I don't want to make a huge deal because I've heard from a few people, but I actually had some difficulties. So what I have in my hand is the peptide cleanser. And I wanted to make sure that we were really clear. And so a lot of you here are leaders and probably have customers, a lot of you are ambassadors with us. I have heard from certain individuals that opening this, so you'll see that there is a twist way for it to be opened. And it does take a little bit of like just turning. It took a bunch of times for me. Jill reached out to me this weekend about it. Just be cautious. You're not going to break it. You're not going to ruin anything. But I definitely was playing around with it. Was like, oh, that's weird. I can't get it. And so I was holding, if you can see this second part when I was doing my twist, and that seemed to help. Again, I don't want to, make this a huge deal because I literally had one person message me. I had some difficulty. I just wanted to talk about it since today is all about peptides, to really discuss just to make sure that everyone was okay with that. Nobody had any difficulty. Yeah, see, again, people are putting in the chat that it was fine and it was open. So, and if you do have any difficulties or if the pump breaks, contact customer support. We'd love to just send another one out to you or try and fix your pump. But I just wanted to make sure that I referenced that I had a little bit of a tricky time with it and somebody else messaged me about it. So on the
And
peptides, yes,
just
Duquesne.
just so you all know, we actually had another. We've never done a like pump product like this before,
Yeah,
so this was new for us. We had another bottle we were going to use, but it actually was too hard to pump it and stuff. It wasn't as strong of a pump, and so we
it
ended up
leaked,
going.
right?
It just like when we pumped it, stuff wouldn't come out, and then it would keep coming out later on when people weren't pumping it. And so we went with this bottle. Obviously, reach out. We'll listen to y'all's feedback if there are, a lot of issues, and we can change things around.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's 10,000 bottles of this out there right now, so it will be a little while. But if you all do have thoughts, let us know. That's what we're here for. Dr. Ram will look and see if there's other bottling companies that kind of meet our expectations, that we could potentially change to. But just let us know.
Yeah, we've played with this too, because for those of you who remember the Environment or the spray, a lot of these go on planes when we're shipping internationally. And so the pressurization change. So I'm actually glad that this was tight because the Environment and I believe it was Skin Defense had some issues where some of the liquid came out of the actual top. So again, please let us know. We obviously want to make sure that we're transparent about it. I just wanted to talk briefly about it, but not spend too much time. So today we're going to talk all things peptides and really discuss. So really quick, raise of hands. Who watched the Root University that Dr. Ram, we posted it on Tuesday of last week. You can raise your hand on Zoom or you can raise your hand so I can see you in person. I love that. Thank you, Sarah. There, I believe it. Thank you, Suzanne. I see you there. It's nice to see your face. There you go. Nicole's in the house. Nurse Christy in the house. Let's go. That being said, thank you, Verena. I see Laura,
Didn't,
Katja.
didn't acknowledge my raised hand. Thanks, Patrick.
Oh my God, they Duquesne.
Yeah, I was trying to participate and be part of the group.
I like that. Thank. I didn't even see. You know what? I'm just so focused and like, I'm trying to stay on it. Um, very informative. And so the main goal that we wanted to talk about is, look, this is a really, really new industry, if you will, in terms of infusing peptides into beauty products. We were doing incredible amount of research, and Duquesne, I think, and I were talking last week. There's really only, I think, a one or two other brands that have looked at or started to infuse peptides. A lot of people talk about peptides. I know that I've gone on around peptides. Crush, obviously, for ingestible. I've also played around with injecting peptides. So BPC 157, which is a body protection agency that helps with injury. I did it when I got my surgery on my shoulder. But for a beauty line to have peptides is really kind of off the beaten path of what beauty products are coming out with. And so we wanted to talk about some ways in which how you can really be marketing this out first. And then we wanted to make sure that everyone was engaging and aligned with what the contest is. So let's have a little game, fun little raise your hand if you know about the contest, if you know what's currently going on, because we announced this first to RPS members. And if you don't, awesome. We're going to talk about it today and talk about it. Oh, I see Claire. I see Tina. Why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself? How are you, Tina?
Hi, Patrick.
How are you?
Amazing. A bit of tired, it's evening in Germany, so
I
it's dark
know.
and I worked all day. But yes, I'm aware.
And you're here with us. I feel honored. Thank you.
Always.
So are you going to be participating in this contest that we have?
Of course I will.
So tell me a little bit about what you understand the contest to be about, and maybe your idea of what you're going to film yourself doing.
Well, it's about making a video of using the peptides, no matter if all three or just one of those. The video you shared in the RPS call was, I forgot her name, lady who was
Monica?
talking. I'm
Yeah.
more the one who is just showing, you have some videos from myself as well, because I'm never sure if I should do it in English or in German or whatever, in Slovene. So, yeah, that's basically it. So I'm going to do
That's
it.
awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And you know what? That actually brings up a good point, because I know that some of you who do live in Germany are looking for it. But what might be interesting is if you film it in German and use English captions, so you can always add captions. There's a couple apps that you can use on your phone and do captions, but that's actually a really good point, Tina. So I'm glad that we called
Yeah.
on you. So Tina hit it on the head perfectly. Let me share my screen and I'll show you guys really quick so we can talk real briefly about the contest. And please unmute yourself if you have any questions, or raise your hand so I don't miss you.
So
So go
to
ahead, Eugene.
just to go over this, because I've got this a couple times, this contest is open to anybody. So it
Yep.
can be an RPS member, a customer, an ambassador. It could be somebody who's never actually bought the gifts, but they were gifted it from, one of you all, and they want to participate to potentially win the reward. And so this is just kind of open to the community in all its ways. And Patrick will go into this more, but we're really excited to do stuff like this because we've had a lot of ambassadors ask to post more things on how to use products. And so this is one of our social media campaigns to start doing that in one way. And we can see how we think you should use it, but also a lot of times you ambassadors and customers come up with really creative but helpful ways to use products that we don't think of all the time. And a great example is Restore and putting it on your face. And so we're really excited to see what the community comes up with this, but I'll hand it over to Patrick.
You know what I learned from the community? Skin defense and spraying it in your throat.
I did not know that.
Yeah. If you have if your throat is sore, I tried it and it worked really, really well.
That's still, and I tell everyone this, that is Kelly's favorite product. We go through about 2 bottles a month because
Yeah.
she uses it for eczema and she loves it.
It's so good. All right, peptides. So first off, we want to make sure that you are following the root brands, which everyone on this call should be following the root brands. Number two, record a video of you using the product. I put a little example about how to film. I did it. I did one this weekend. You guys might see my video that I posted. It's really, but I put it up so that my phone, you can see like right here. And basically as a front view, I kind of move out of the camera so I can wash my face. But really you want to showcase using the product. I think I might, I'll stop sharing and then I'll show you the video of Monica. I think we've shared that before in the call here before, where Monica is doing one. It was on, I think it was Skin Defense and Renault. And we don't want to stifle how you want to do this. We want to leave it really open-ended. And to what Tina's point was, it's like you could do it on the cleanser, you could do it on the serum, you could do it on the moisturizer, you could do it on all three. This is something to help ignite conversation in the community and ignite ideas about how this can work to share and promote and grow the company and the exposure to all of these new products and even some of the older products that we've had. So step three, obviously posting the video on social media, tagging the root brands. We have these two hashtags that we want to make sure that we grow. These are specifically hashtags that we found that we really wanted to highlight. And then the contest is going to run until October 11th. We'll announce on the ambassador call on October 14th. and we're gonna have a first, second, and third place gift pack prizes for each and every one of you. And so the reason why we thought this would be good as a marketing call, well, sorry, as an ambassador topic about marketing, is that everyone on this call is on this call for a reason. Many of you are ambassadors, you are at a certain level within the community. And what our point is that you don't have to wait for the company to create this type of a contest to do this in your group or your community or your country. Joni is a really good example. And I think the Detox Girls have done this in the past where they have their own within their little group on Facebook or, in their Telegram channel or WhatsApp channel. They do these incentives almost similar to the growth challenge, the 2024-2025 growth challenge, where they ignite their community and set up certain benchmarks for them to hit. And we want everyone in the group to understand certain ways in which don't wait for us. Do this amongst yourselves. Try to engage with your customers, other ambassadors, the little pods that I'm always talking about you guys creating with your fellow ambassadors. Cross promote your communities, engage with them, because you know what? Rising tides raise all ships. And when the company grows, we all grow. And so when we launch a new product, creating some buzz around these products really help the emphasis of highlighting what Dr. Ram and Clay are doing and the products that Dr. Ram has formulated. I was just going to see if you had a question, Claire. I'm assuming. Verena, do you have a question, or did you just not raise your hand? I'll lower you just in case. So, we really want to make sure that everyone understands, and I thought today would be really fun to make it engaging and communicate with others. And so let's talk about some ways how, if you're going to participate in this contest, that you might use this to grow your account. So anyone, raise your hand, unmute yourself,
Can
or
I, one
yes,
before
please.
that, just so we're clear, because I want to now explain every time we do something, Patrick, because I get questions afterwards and on these topics. And so I want to be clear. The reason we're doing more things like this is because ambassadors have asked us to, how would you do something like this? And so we've talked about doing giveaways,
Yep.
like ambassadors doing giveaways with their community. And we're really focusing now at Root Brands after Dr. Ram, Clayton, and Ted have traveled a lot. We want to show you all what we mean. And so if we are trying to tell ambassadors they should do more social media interaction and giveaways and things like that, we want to be an example on how to do that. And so this is us listening to some of the feedback we've gotten of not just say, hey, go do this, but as a company, we can do it ourselves and serve an example. And then you all can take that example and make it better, because that's what you all as ambassadors are amazing at, is taking some of these ideas, putting your own spin on it, and making it way better than Patrick and I can think of, because we're not super creative. And so, well, I'm not. Patrick is.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say, come on, no, but
Yeah.
I maybe have a little
I'm
bit of
not.
creativity.
I am not. But that is why we're doing this, is because you all had reached out and said you want to see examples of what we mean when we talk about things. And so this is one of the ways we're trying to give an example of what a giveaway would look like. And then I am sure, knowing so many of you all, knowing Wendy, Nurse Christy, Claire, Susanna, Alfred, I'm sure you all are smarter than me, and you will come up with way better ideas of doing what we're giving examples of. So sorry, Patrick. I am now going to teacher mode, where I always explain our reasons for these ambassador calls now.
Don't even worry about it. So and I know a lot of you were on the RPS call, and I'll put this video up so that we can watch this guy. and Monica is going to hate me because I'm showing her video a lot, but I want to make sure that I share because it's such a good video.
I love this skincare routine because it totally transformed my skin from this to this. And I must say, I'm in my 40s. I love natural products, and this facelift is amazing. The base of the spray includes vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants, moisturizes and nourishes the skin. Then I use Reno cream. It's amazing. 100% natural ingredients. It firms the skin. It's anti-aging, improves age spots. It's really soft. I like it so much. Increases skin elasticity, promotes the growth of skin cells. It's amazing what natural product can do. This is my skin without wrinkles at my 40s. This happens when you support your skin with natural products.
So again, Monica, yeah, thank you, Alfred. Give me a thumbs up. Monica's going to hate me for sharing and blasting her video everywhere, but I think it's a really good way to emphasize and showcase different ways in which you can share the product. And so that video was made, I think it was a couple months ago when we relaunched Reno. And so we want to really help engage the community on ways in which that they can grow. And yes, that was a video where she is really engaged and talking and showing the product, using the product, putting it on. We want to drill this down into something as very simple as maybe you're just making your cup of coffee in the morning. And for those of you who follow Clay, he does this sometimes on Facebook where he's just making a smoothie and he's talking to the camera and he's just talking about what he's going to do in the day or talking about the million other things that Clay loves to talk about. And what's engaging about that is that you start to create an emphasis from people that are watching your stories or watching your videos. Hey, what is that you just put in your coffee? Or what did you just put on your face? Or what was that sachet that you just squeezed in your smoothie? You use it and you talk about it a lot. I've seen it in some of your other videos. And so we talk about how this organic, even like a get ready with me, or, I'm making a smoothie for my kids and my family, is a way to engage with your community about how to appropriately really talk about the products and not be like, here's a peptide cleanser. This is it. This is a cleanser. You wash your face. It's got peptides in it. Click the link in my bio. You should buy this. Buy this now. Buy this. Hey, buy this. Buy this now. See the difference? Alfred's laughing at me. Thanks, Alfred. So it's a way in which you can engage with the community, engage with people that follow you. Instead of being a salesperson, you can just be a human and talk about something that you're holding. Go ahead, Duquesne.
Or as Clayton would say, you could just be an influencer because every single one of you has influence, which makes you an influencer. It doesn't have to be a social media influencer, but you all have influence on your friends, on your family. My friends would not buy a single bag of rom roast from me, just to be honest. But when they come over and they see I'm drinking rom roast, what's the first thing they want to do? Oh, can I try that? You talk about it all the time. And now I have 5 or 6 friends that buy rom roast every month. But when I try to, hey, I put some money in your wallet, go try it. Nothing, never would try it. But when they see me drinking it, oh, you actually you drink that coffee you talk about. Well, yeah, I drink it. And then that's when they want to try it. Once they see me drinking it all the time, they come over. And so that's how exactly what Patrick is saying, by just being a human and showing that you use it yourself and you enjoy it, you share your influence. You become an influencer, as Clayton says. Hey, Sandy. Sandy just popped up on my screen.
Oh, hey, Sandy. So, couple things here. I want to hear from the community because as much as maybe you all love to hear Duquesne and I talk, I sometimes loathe it. Even though I love talking because I often talk too much, but
Just
I
said
want to engage with you. What'd you say, Duquesne?
Patrick just said he doesn't like me.
No way. I definitely love you.
But yeah, questions. We want questions. Ask us what's confusing or what are some ideas that you all have, because that could help other people.
Guys, and I love listening to you guys give great advice, by the way. I have a question, and it's pertaining to social media and Instagram. And you guys may be able to give this guidance. I don't know. I'm still, should it be a professional account or leave it as a, that's more, is there a cost with all that? I mean,
Nope, there's no cost. And so you can turn your Instagram into a business account. You just have to have a Facebook business page. Anyone can create a Facebook business page.
okay.
They're
So
linked, so you can have a personal, but you also can link your Facebook and Instagram. So if you post on Instagram, it posts on your Facebook stories. You don't need to have a business account. You don't need to do anything special or different. You can just be a normal user for Instagram and Facebook and do that. Duquesne, you had something to share?
Yeah, and so we have some people who do have a business Instagram, or they make kind of a business Facebook page and they do amazing with it. We have other people though that just keep it as kind of their own personal Instagram, and they make themselves public, and they share their everyday living stuff. Like they share going out with their friends, their kids, but on top of that, they show drinking a Relive Green smoothie every morning. And so I don't think there's one way. Everybody kind of figures out what works best for them. And I know for some fact, like some people make these huge Facebook groups with thousands of people in it, and that works great for them. And then I follow some other root ambassadors who it's just their personal page, and they just like they ask questions constantly. Like that's how they interact, is they every day they're asking a question on their um social media and just interacting with people that way. And so there's kind of multiple ways to do it, Jennifer. And it takes some kind of whichever one you pick, just kind of sticking with it for 3 months. I feel like that's the time frame, Patrick, of like
It is, yeah. And if your wheelhouse, like Claire just put in the chat, her wheelhouse is Facebook. If that's your wheelhouse, stick with your wheelhouse. If that's what you feel comfortable with. But what I would implore you to do is to push beyond your comfortability and your barrier to entry of, let's just say, like TikTok. Like TikTok's been around for a couple years. It's really been and I'll say this with like a caveat, and the caveat is for those that are talking about manipulating an algorithm or trying to buy into or pay into the algorithm or trying to inflict the algorithm or engage with the algorithm to grow their account and grow their followers, I would tell you that's BS. What I will tell you though is that TikTok is a force to be reckoned with. And I don't have a personal TikTok. I just don't trust that platform and don't want it. But what I will say is that individuals that are just plain Jane, plain John, and are making a video about something, the ability to grow and get viewed by more people seems to be an easier barrier to entry on TikTok than Facebook or X or Instagram. And it seems as if that the TikTok algorithm allows to show viewers what they are looking to see when they want to see it, instead of playing into whatever you want to believe about the algorithm on Facebook and or Instagram. And so, although I would say if what you do best is Facebook groups and creating a group and you're managing a group on Facebook, or you're getting into Instagram, make sure you're sticking with that for 3 months. But we are an ambassador group. This is your franchise. You're the CEO of your business, and look yourself in the mirror and say, if I was a CEO of a $10 million a year company, would I just rest in my laurels and sit there and be like, oh, this is great, I'm doing good, or would I engage with other opportunities to generate more sales? Would I engage in other opportunities to try and grow my business? Go, Duquesne.
Well, no, and that's a good point, Patrick. And then we'll go to Nurse Christy because I see her hand up. Some people just aren't good at social media, and I'm gonna throw Dylan under the bus here. And maybe he's not on here, but Dylan is an event person. Oh, there he is. Dylan can go to an event though, and every event he goes to, he'll sell to 20 people.
Yeah.
Like he has his humor. He can start conversations with anybody, and his humor doesn't come across as well on social media. But in person, I'm
Does it
sorry.
come across good?
I was gonna say I'm waiting for like the upside of this one. Of
The
like
upside is your thing is events. If Dylan was an ambassador and he didn't work for the company, he would put on events every weekend, even if it was just outside a gym, because that's where he is an influencer, is face to face talking with people, not typing up one of his jokes on Facebook and then people don't get it. And so that was the only thing I was going to add. But I want to, Nurse Christy has had her hand up for a while, so.
Nurse Christy, you there?
I'm here. I was trying to unmute. Okay, so from my personal experience responding to the question about having a professional account, I think unless you're willing to take your personal account where you already have friends and you already have relationships and you turn that account into a professional account, I personally would not suggest that people have a personal account. It becomes very chaotic trying to balance the two. And then what'll happen is you'll make a post on your professional account because you're trying to promote whatever product, but all of the people in your personal account don't see that because they haven't followed you on your professional account. I just think that for me, it's not beneficial. It's more kind of hectic if anything. I just wanted to throw that out there from my perspective. I do, however, if I make a video, if you make it like on whichever account you're going to post it on, take that video, say TikTok. I originally create a video, record it, post it on TikTok. I have that recorded onto my phone. I then can take that same exact video with next to no effort, and it goes on Instagram, Facebook. You're sharing that same work on multiple different platforms, and that I think would be more beneficial. And maybe if you don't have a TikTok, you create a TikTok and you have it only for your professional, right? You're only doing root brands, and you create that video on Instagram because that's where you're familiar with creating content. And it's easy to share it out on the other platforms, even if you're not on the other platforms a lot, because all you're doing is sharing the videos. That's my 2 cents.
Thanks for sharing. So a couple things. If you have a website, if you have a landing page, if you're wanting to connect your Facebook, and this gets down into the wormhole of like SEO marketing, ad spend, ROAS, clicks, you have to have an upgraded Facebook business account in order to do any of those. You can boost a post If you do a post, you can boost those, you can pay to have it see more people. And this is for probably the 1%ers that are on this call, and I would even maybe even say half percenters that might engage on a business level from an SEO ad spend type of mechanism with your Facebook business page. That's a very, very small selection. So to Christie's example, there's no right or wrong answer. It's what are you doing? What's your goal of the business? You are the CEO of your own franchise. What are you doing? How are you promoting? And how do you want to engage with not only your community, or do you want to start a new community and start a new group? That's all primarily up to you. We just want to lay the playing field out and show you there's this way to play in this field, there's this way to play in this field.
So next question I wanted to see, and we wanted to get some ideas from you all, is has anyone on this call done any sort of giveaway or contest with their community before? And we would love to hear examples from you all. We have a couple more ways you can do this, but we would prefer it come from somebody here if anyone has done some sort of contest or giveaway with their groups. Bianca is starting one tomorrow. I see Regina. Hey, Regina. Oh, you're...
Hey, Ukraine.
Hi. So what have you done with your community?
Oh, a special time I started to give the people, if I hear that they are not able to have that first step done, getting maybe a clean slate to start. So I helped them, giving them the half of it, not everything, because it's not good for energy reasons to make gifts that they don't have to put a small amount on top of it. But I realized that in most of these cases, afterwards, they are not going on to order or whatever. They have been some client just like that, but not going on with this. And this was so sad because afterwards I stopped with this. I did not go on because I think it is not good for everybody. So then I decided to have other ways that they really had to get to that situation that they somehow get access to other people, that they then as well get it over their bonus. It has been a lot of work more for me. It has not been so easy, but at least the people have more benefit from it. Then they see that they can earn a little money with it, even if it's not all, but they start like that. And if they see how it works and how good it is and how important it is, if they understand how it works, so that this is always the first step to get that rubbish out of the cells. And then they could easily go on with this. I feel this is the better way for me. And because I just didn't do it very often. I now started because I have two people here, or two young kids here at the island. The parents are not able to realize that they can afford it. And then I started again with this, but this is something else. They couldn't afford it ever, so we started with this here. And I did now my last experience with this. Let's see how it works. I'm not sure, but I'm just I'm happy with this, doing it. And if they can be better, because these little girls, they are a little bit disabled in a special way. And so I hope this will help them, and then I will get them to a study. At least I started with this, so I hope it will be a benefit for Ruth as well.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And I guess there's two ways to go about this, and I'm seeing some comments. And and you all do this amazing as ambassador community of giving away stuff. And like helping people pay for products or donating products to them or helping them, giving them $20 in their wallet so they don't have to pay full price. And you all as an ambassador community are so amazing at that. And we love seeing that. And so that's one way to do, giveaways or to help people. But the other side of this is doing giveaways in a way where it's a little bit more like competition based. And I want to share, and I see a couple hands, so we'll go to them. But this is something that like Dylan does pretty well. And I went to an event with Dylan and he got basically a fishbowl and he said, put your emails in this. And he was giving away, I think a genetic test and some other things. It was at that biohacking event, Dylan.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah. And so, well, Dylan, do you want to explain what you did?
Well, it wasn't just me, it was Duquesne and myself. We took this group from a biohackers group and we gave them the clean spirits bottle for a giveaway. We gave away a genetics test as a giveaway, and I think 1-0 win. Just kind of the new things we had to showcase in the biohackers world. And I think it's about 25 to 30 people at this event all put their emails and contacts into a fishbowl. And for the drawing prize, we had top prize was a genetic test. Then you had clean spirits, he had 0 win. We gave those out to those 3 people. But what we could do with that, we collected all of the emails and we had their contacts, getting us the ability to contact them in the future to make more business decisions and get them into the root community.
And so that's a way to kind of use a giveaway or almost like a competition in a way to grow your existing contacts. And so you're not only using people but you're getting new people. And so that's one of the benefits of doing a social media giveaway is because you make people follow your account or tag their friends, and that helps grow your reach. And so one of the big benefits of doing these giveaways or these kind of community rewards is growing your communities and growing the people you have touch points with. And so that's where getting an email address or getting a new follower, those can be great ways to not only help people because you are giving them products, but also gaining new contacts and gaining new people. And so I saw Bianca, I was messaging her in the chat a little bit. She is starting one tomorrow. So I'd love to see what she's doing.
She's got her hand raised.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, mine is on social media too. Basically, I've been managing this Facebook group for a little over a year, and I've been telling the people with who I'm connecting online, when we hit 2K, there's going to be a giveaway, so you may want to stick around. So we hit that fairly quick. So I prepared. It's going to be through the month of October, so starting tomorrow. So what I did is I filmed a video, put that up on, I'm going to be putting that up on my group. And then I'm linking like all my social media. So putting like curiosity posts, like there's going to be a giveaway in my group, come join us, and to get like more people in the group. And so the giveaway kind of it's an idea from my mentor, Jill, from the Detox Girls group, actually, because I didn't have that much money to spend. So what I'm going to be doing is, the giveaway is going to be, so the person signs up for RPS and I give back 10% in their wallet on their second order. So basically it pays for itself. So that's just like another way of, another way of doing a contest or a giveaway if you don't have, that much money.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a great point. And I didn't even think about this, but you don't have to always invest money up front. And so that's a great example of, using something down the road. And Susanna kind of said something about this too, of giving RPS vouchers or $20 to their wallet, where you're not going and purchasing something brand new for them. You're using something you all already have, or you might get in the future, which is, some of the commissions or future vouchers or coupons, and using that in your giveaway. So that's a great idea. And I don't think Patrick and I even really thought of that necessarily when we thought of this call. So
Yeah, I love that. That's great. Claire.
Okay, finally figured out how to unmute this. I had a contest on my timeline, and I put up a picture of my mom's high school graduation class from 1938. She graduated from high school when she was 15. So I thought, you know, if somebody can figure out which one is my mom, because my mom and I look really a lot alike, I would give them a prize. And absolutely nobody figured it out except for my son, Aaron, who said that he didn't say anything because he thought it would be cheating. But other things, that didn't go over very well. Other things I've been doing, this is my root business card that I made. I don't know if you can see it or not.
No, we can't because your background.
Oh, okay. Anyway, all righty. But I made these little packs for 0 in.
Yep.
You see that, right?
Yep.
And I also took the pattern from the documents in the back office.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'll put it in front of my face. And I bought a bunch of black fabric at Value Village for, you know, this huge amount of fabric for like $8. So I'm going to make bags to put this stuff in. That's what I'm doing.
Great stuff. So hopefully everyone is engaging with some thought processes of how to do something different, how to engage with your community, how to grow your group, how to create some buzz. I think Suzanne put in the chat that she uses her RPS tokens and rewards and shares those with community members to create some prizes, if you will. And that's what's really fun and exciting about this, is that you can purchase tokens on the website and use them as your giveaways, or you can use some product that you might have extra of as your giveaway prizes. We can just come up with new things, right? Like I've made candles in the past. I haven't done it in a really long time, but I could make some candles and give them away as like one of the prizes. So you can do things that are outside of the box of Root to help share and help promote and create buzz around the new product that we've launched or an old product. Yes, Christy.
Patrick, can you please share the screen that has the details of the competition, that since it's open, so that I can share that with?
I put it in the chat. So if you look at the chat, you can get it. It's also in the I believe it's in the silver chat, so as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. So in other ways, oh Jesus, it's 12:53. Time goes by fast. Any questions or any other examples that you want us to touch on?
Waiting to see if anyone had anything. I did want to, we were going to briefly talk about the growth challenge, Patrick.
Yes.
So I had made a couple of mistakes on the growth challenge presentation. And so Patrick and Marty worked on fixing those over the weekend. Sorry about that. I didn't do as well as I thought I did. But that has been updated. Is the updated one in the back office now?
I just got it on my it'll be up there in 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then I know there is a German translation that we should have done in the next couple days, correct?
All are translated, so all languages have been translated and they'll be uploaded into the back office.
Y'all are ahead of the ballgame. And so that starts officially tomorrow. And so we just wanted to reemphasize that for the next 9 months, starting tomorrow, any growth in level 1 or level 2 volume will count towards your final, your final total to earn a cruise trip. And so we're really excited to see what you all do. But we wanted to kind of go over any last questions you all in the ambassador group have before that contest starts tomorrow.
It's in the chat in case you guys want to get it, the most recent English version. No questions. I'll bring up a couple points in that the errors that we corrected, they weren't really errors. It was just really an emphasis to explain it. Well, the 50 and 100 was an error.
Yeah, one of them was.
The reason why is that you'll see, and I'll just share my screen so we can go over this. Let me do this the easy way. Let's get this going here. We have 5 minutes left. Duquesne's rubbed off the wrong way on me. We added a line here because we saw and we updated the bottom numbers here. And the reason why is that we wanted people to understand that, because some members and ambassadors were like, oh, I'm not going to do anything until November because that's when it counts. And that's why we added September as 0 and then October, and you can see the level 1 and the level 2 growth, and then what your monthly gross points are going to be. The contest starts October 1st. So in tomorrow, can you mute them for me, Duquesne? I can't see who that is. If you can find them. So we wanted to update this to show that on October 1st, you're always measured on your prior month's growth. And that's where, and it's cumulative, as you can see here, total growth points since start. And that's why we wanted to make that update, because we don't want people to think that they don't need to do anything or they want to start later. We wanted everyone to understand that this starts tomorrow. And so look in the back office documents. We are really excited. I know that we've said this extensively. This is literally a triple win, because not only do you grow your community, you help increase your direct and indirect commission sales volume 10 and 15%. And you also get the ability to go on a cruise.
And so just to throw this out, we're looking at booking for between 40 people on either cruise. We're kind of looking at like 20 rooms or 40 people. We would love that to be 100 people in the EU. I mean, we are willing to get as many rooms as people achieve this. And so I would love you all to prove Ted wrong and that we need more than 20 rooms. That would make me very happy. And so, you know, I know so many people here will achieve it, but also help other people in your community achieve it. You know, if you have somebody underneath you that's an ambassador, well, you can help them, and that also helps you with level 2 volume. But we would love for, you know, I'm trying to pick somebody out, Claire to win it, and then an ambassador underneath Claire to win it as well. We want as many people as possible to go on this cruise. I do have one last thing, Patrick, before we end, because I found out that Alfred's birthday is tomorrow, I believe. No, Alfred, it is. You tried to hide it. And so I just wanted to, I'm being selfish here. So I'm gonna pull my son of the owner card out. But Alfred, I feel like always laughs at my jokes. And so I just want to say thank you for that. Alfred, if you want to private message me somebody in your community, I would love to give them a token for the peptide line. And then if you message me anything that you would like, I will work something out so that you can get a product as well. But I just wanted to say thank you, Alfred, because you are literally always here. You always have your camera on. I really appreciate it. As a teacher who taught during COVID and saw blank screens for 3 years, I just really appreciate you, Alfred. So happy early birthday, and please private message me something you would like, and then something, give me one customer underneath you, and we'll work out on getting them something as well. Sorry, Patrick, I didn't just, Birgit told me in the middle of the conversation, so I just am using my limited influence to do that.
I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, have a blessed day. Enjoy it. Reach out if you have any questions. Enjoy your peptide cleanser. Why am I cleanser, moisturizer, serum?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, we didn't talk about this, but huge congratulations to the Q3 winner that we announced on Friday, who won the cruise, the trip to either Sedona or Key West. Karen Lentz, I believe, is her last name. No, is it Karen or Kathy? No, it's Karen. I have a lot of names in my head today. I don't know why. So congratulations for those of you who are there for the RPS. We also kicked off our Q4 giveaway that starts, which all you got to be is an RPS member. You don't have to do anything and you could potentially win, which I think everyone has just been a customer that's won these last 3 quarters. So super excited. We are looking at putting that video out of me talking to Karen on Friday. So thanks, Kathy Joe, for putting that together. All right, we're over 1 minute. I'm sorry, Duquesne. I know you're a stickler. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your week. Reach out if you need anything. Bye, all.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for the call.